Hello students, I am Biplab Majumdar and I welcome all of you to my YouTube channel Advanced English. So in my channel, I'm going to teach you English in a different and very effective way. Okay? And if you are preparing for any job, if you are a student of school or college, or you simply want to improve your English, then my videos will be immensely helpful for you. See, this is my very first video, and in this video I'm going to teach you noun, and this is part 1. And at the same time, in this video you will have a bonus, but that is in the end of the video. For that, keep watching. Okay, so now, as I said, it's noun part 1, but I'm not going to start with any elementary stage of noun, because I do hope that you people know what noun is. I do hope that you know the types of noun. But what you have to know, you have to go deep into the rules regarding noun, because once you know rules properly, then you can clear any question regarding error corrections that you get in your exam paper. It would be easier for you. At the same time, if you know how to use noun properly, then it would be very easier for you again to use noun in your writing. Clear? So let's go with rule number 1. Okay, so let's start with rule number 1. So if you look at the board, then you can see that I have written a sentence, and the sentence is, I have been given an information regarding your company. Okay, now if I give the lines, let's suppose I have been given, this is part 1, A, an information, this is B, regarding your company, C, and number D, no error. Clear? Now suppose if you have been instructed to find the error in this sentence, then how do you find it? Now try it by yourself. I guess you can, but if you cannot, then let me help you out. See, if you look at the sentence very properly, then you can see this part, an information, this part is wrongly used in this sentence. Okay, now let me explain you why. See, first of all, this word information. Information is a noun. Information is a noun. What kind of noun? It is uncountable noun. This is uncountable noun. Clear? But what's the error? Error is this part, an. Clear? So now you know an is an article. Now an is an article, but what kind of article? It is indefinite article. A and an. Clear? So indefinite article is a or an. Now in this part, information is an uncountable noun and an is an indefinite article. But rule number 1 says that uncountable noun and indefinite article cannot be used together. Clear? So you cannot use any indefinite article, that is a or an, before any uncountable noun. There's a wrong in this sentence, right? Suppose, let me give you some examples of uncountable noun. Suppose information, advice, work, right, furniture, luggage, clear, bread, and so on. To suppose uncountable noun, this one, advice, work, furniture, baggage, bread, information, and a lot, right? So as I said, that indefinite article cannot be used with such uncountable noun. So you are not supposed to use like an advice. If you write an advice, then it is wrong. But there is a twist, and the twist is that if you write the advice, then it is right. Clear? So if you write furniture, then it is wrong again. But you can write the furniture. See, the rule is actually we are not supposed to write any article before uncountable noun, mainly indefinite article. But if you really want to use any article before it, then you can use only the. Why the? Because the is definite article. Clear? The is definite article. But an and a and an, these are indefinite article. So there's a rule number 1, that indefinite article cannot be used before any uncountable noun. You cannot write a bread. If you write a bread, then it would be wrong. But you can write a piece of bread. Right. Clear? You can write a piece of bread, but you cannot write a bread. Clear? So that's all about rule number 1. So let's go for rule number 2. Okay, so now rule number 2. Again, you have another sentence. Your advices reflect your discriminating mind. Your advices reflect your discriminating mind. This is a sentence. Again, I'm giving the parts. Your advices, part A, reflect your, B, discriminating mind, C, and D, no error. Clear? Again, you are told to find any error in this sentence if you see that yes, this sentence has. Right? So now, look at this sentence. This part, your advices, part A. Again, this part is wrongly used in this sentence. Okay, so answer would be A. Why? Let me explain. Again, in the previous rule, you have already seen that advices, this one is uncountable noun. Uncountable noun. So uncountable noun is a name of anything that you cannot count. Clear? So uncountable noun cannot be counted. Okay, this one, advises, uncountable noun. Then what's wrong in it? The wrong is, see, I have used advices. I have used advices, C-E-S. So you can see this is the plural form. Isn't it? It is plural form of advices. But rule number 2 says that uncountable noun cannot be used in plural form. You are supposed to use it only in singular form. So, if you use advise, that is singular, then it is right. Clear? So, you are not supposed to use advices because such uncountable nouns cannot be used in plural form. It must be used in singular form. So you cannot write like furnitures. Wrong. If you write furniture, then it's right. Clear? So it's very easy. So that's all about rule number 2. So rule number 2 again clear. This, you are not supposed to use any uncountable noun in plural form. You have to use uncountable noun in singular form only. So you have to use advise, your advice, not your advices. The furniture, not furnitures. Okay, so it's all about rule number 2. So let's go for rule number 3. Okay, so now rule number 3. Again you have a sentence. The majority has decided in the favor of my proposal. So let me give the parts. The majority has A, decided in the favor, B, of my proposal, C, and D, no error. Here. So now look at the sentence, and again you are told to find the error in this sentence if you think that this sentence has. Right? Now, let me give the answer. See, the answer would be A, this part. The majority has. this part is wrongly used in this sentence. Why? Let me explain. See, now first of all, look at this word majority. It is a noun. It is a noun, but it is a collective noun. Clear? That you have to always understand what kind of noun you are dealing with. Then only you can find the rules that I'm giving you. Clear? So now majority is a collective noun. Clear? What is collective noun? Obviously you all know it. It is what? It is a group noun. So collective noun is a name of collection of people or things that is used together. It's kind of unit. Clear? So this is collective noun. And one more thing, there is another word that is has. And has is have or has verb. Clear? We use have or has verb in present perfect tense. Clear? So now the sentence is the majority has. So collective noun plus has. But has is a singular form, means singular verb. This is singular verb. Clear? Have and has. Have we generally use plural verb and has for singular verb. So why it is wrong? Because rule number 3 says the collective nouns, there are some collective nouns, those are used only as plural. Clear? These collective nouns are used as plural, so at the same time they carry plural verb along with them. So you are not supposed to use has. I should have used it like have with majority. It would be have. Clear? So the correct sentence is the majority have decided in the favor of my proposal. So that means it must be in plural form. So there are many such collective nouns, those are used in plural form. Let me give you some examples. Like majority, you can use police, right? You can use people, you can use cattle, you can use staff. Clear? Or so on, right? So suppose majority, police, people, cattle, staff, and so on. These collective nouns, these are always used with plural verb. Clear? So you cannot write police is. If you write police is, then it would be wrong. And the proper use must be police are, because it must be in plural form. Clear? Again, people, obviously we all know it, that we use people are. We don't use people is. We use people have. We don't use people has. Right? Now let me give you another interesting part. See, there is people, and we sometimes use peoples. P-O-O-P-L-E-S. People, peoples. So maybe you are finding it something interesting. See, people, this is always plural. People doesn't mean only one single person. It is a large number of people, large number of persons together. At the same time, there is another one, s. So it is plural. It is plural. But there is a difference between people and peoples. Do you know that? Okay, let me tell you. So people means people, group of many persons together. But when you use peoples, it means when you talk about the persons of many countries together. When we talk about the persons of many countries, more than one country together, then only we use peoples. So if we use, suppose if you give the sentence, the peoples of many countries, or the peoples of all the countries have come together in fighting something wrong, or in fighting any kind of wrong stuff in the world. Clear? Then only you can use peoples, right? So this is the interesting part. So now the rule number 3 is very clear. So we are not supposed to use the singular verb or singular form of this verb. with these collective nouns, you are always supposed to use like plural verb, but at the same time mind it one thing, you cannot write like cattle or cattles. This is wrong. You have to use cattle. Stuff, stuffs, no, only stuff. So cattle is itself plural. You are no, you don't need to use cattles. It is wrong. Clear? So this is all about rule number 3. Okay, students. See, along with this rule number 3, this is the end of noun part 1. But as I said in the very early of this video, that there would be a bonus for you, and the bonus is daily vocabularies, right? So in this video I'm going to give you 2 or 3 new words for you. See, vocabularies are very important. All of you know it very well. See, along with the grammar, you must be very apt in using the words. More you improve the using of vocabularies, more you expand your knowledge, then it would be very effective when you use them in your writing and at the same time when you speak. Clear? It will enrich your English, right? So okay, so now let's go with word number 1, word of this today. Okay, so now let's start with word number 1, first word of today's video. See, the first word is abase. A-B-A-S-E. A-B-A-S-E, abase. This is the word. Maybe some of you know this word or some of you don't know. See, when you go for any new word, then the first thing that you must keep it in your mind, that you have to know the partial speech of this word, right? So once you know the partial speech, then it would be easier for you to use that word properly in your sentences. Clear? See, this one, abase, is a verb, right? If it is a verb, then the use is different. If it is a noun, then the use of different. Again, if the word is an adjective, then the using of it is completely different. So abase is a verb. Now the second part is you have to know the meaning. Clear? So what is the meaning of abase? Abase means to reduce or lower one's reputation or rank. Clear? So abase means to reduce one's reputation or rank, or you can say to humiliate. To humiliate, right? So this is the word, to humiliate or to reduce anyone's reputation or rank. You can use this word abase. This is a verb, right? So for example of this verb in a sentence, you can say, don't abase yourself with your behavior. Clear? So now give me some synonyms that you can use. Some synonyms that you can use, some words that you can use in the place of abase, and these words will help you to understand the meaning of abase more easily. See, you can use this word humiliate, clear? You can use defame, you can use demean, or you can use pollute. Yes, we can pollute somebody's reputation. Clear? So you can use humiliate, defame, demean, pollute, demoralize, and the word and so on, etc. So these are the synonyms of abase. Abase means the same, to reduce one's reputation. You can use also humiliate, defame, demean, pollute, or demoralize, right? So this is word 1. So let's go for the second word. Okay, see, this is the second word of today's video, baffle. The word is baffle, B-A-F-F-L-E. baffle. Clear? Again, you have to know the person speech. See, we can use baffle as verb at the same time as noun. Right? We can use baffle as verb at the same time we can use baffle as noun. So what's the meaning of baffle? Baffle means as a verb to confuse somebody. To confuse somebody, you can use baffle, right? To confuse somebody, you can use this word baffle. So let me give you one example of baffle in the sentence. Okay, I'm giving a sentence. Suppose don't try to baffle me with your speech. Right? You can use this sentence. Don't try to baffle me with your speech. That means don't try to confuse me with your speech. Right? So now let me give some synonyms. Synonyms, you can use this word confuse. You can use bewilder. Right? You can use puzzle. Right? So you can use confuse, you can use bewilder, you can use puzzle, and many other words. Clear? So baffle means as verb to confuse somebody, and you can use it as sentences. And the synonyms, you can use bewilder, you can use puzzle, confuse, and many other words. Okay, now you have to use baffle as noun. It is as noun. What is the meaning? Baffle means a plate. You can use a plate or a device used to control flow of any liquid or anything. Clear? So what's the meaning of baffle as noun? Baffle means a plate, a kind of plate, or a device that is used to control the flow of any liquid or anything. This is the meaning of noun of baffle, right? Okay, so after baffle there is another word. This is the third and last word of this video. See, cajole, C-A-J-O-L-E, C-A-J-O-L-E, cajole. This word, okay, again, this is a verb. This is a verb. So, partial speech is clear. Now you have to know the meaning of this word, cajole. What does it mean? Cajole means to praise somebody or to persuade somebody to get anything done. But it's kind of flattery, right? So when you praise somebody as flattery, so that means you cajole somebody. Clear? So when you're praising somebody, when we persuade somebody, but we really don't mean it, right? It's kind of flattery. We are doing it just to get any work done. Then only you can use this word cajole. So it means to praise somebody or to persuade somebody as flattery. Clear? So you can use to praise somebody or to persuade somebody as flattery. Now let me give an example. Right? You can use they have tried to cajole the minister to pass to pass a resolution. Clear? They have tried to cajole the minister to pass a resolution. This is the sentence of cajole. So here means they have tried to cajole, means they have tried to plead or persuade the minister to pass a resolution. It's kind of flattery. Okay, so now let me give you the synonyms. You can use to praise, persuade. You can use tempt. You can use flutter, right? A lot. So you can use praise, persuade, tempt, flutter in place of cajole. So it means the same, to praise somebody just as flattery, right? So this is end of this word 3. Okay students, so this is the end of daily vocabularies along with these 3 new words, I hope. Okay, so as I said before, this is my very first video, so I have tried to bring you something important, right? And if you think that yes, you have learned something new or important, and if you are really interested to look for my next videos, so please, I'm requesting all of you to subscribe the channel, like the video and share it with your friends, right? Okay, so thank you all of you. Thank you all for watching this video, and wait for the next one. Thank you.